Hey, good evening. Hey, good evening. TikTok, what's going on? Good evening. Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Facebook. Hey, so listen. Let me get started with this thing, okay? Give everybody a few minutes to get comfortable, to get in, to connect. So, I'm doing something brand new tonight. I'm doing something brand new tonight. I'm doing something brand new tonight. Tonight, I am not only live on YouTube and Facebook, I'm live on TikTok for the first time. I'm live on TikTok for the first time. So I'm going to see how this goes. See how this goes. All right. All right. Good evening, TikTok. So YouTube and Facebook know what this is and who I am and what this is about, right? But TikTok, I know you guys don't quite know yet, but y'all getting ready to find out. Y'all getting ready to find out. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, so let me do my intro here. Good evening. I'm Donna. And um, hey, I'm Donna. And I am the creator, the owner, director, however you want to say it, of a relationship form, a relationship page that was originated, on Facebook. And it's called Real Life Relationship Growth. Real Life Relationship Growth. And on this page, Real Life Relationship Growth, let me turn this down because I don't want anybody blocking anything for no reason. All right. So on this page, the page is called Real Life Relationship Growth on Facebook. We have now come and created a YouTube channel for the page. Um, Friends of mine who were part of the page on Facebook came on and it's like, you know what? This thing is so good. We're having such a good time. You need to take this to YouTube. Start recording on YouTube. So that's what I did. Created a YouTube channel. And what we're trying to do is get everything kind of moved over to YouTube. Trying to get everything moved over to YouTube. But in the meanwhile, family, we're going to keep meeting here. So, Real Life Relationship Growth is a page on Facebook, and it's for adults ages 21 and over living this life, doing this thing, and dealing with different relationships issues and woes and greatness and their best and all of that stuff. So Real Life Relationship Growth has been in circulation and going strong for about a year now. There are 1.7K followers to the Real Life Relationship Growth page on Facebook. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I literally approved 36 new followers, new family members on Facebook just in the last 2 days. Just in the last 2 days. So it's growing. Let me give y'all a little backdrop to TikTok on what this is. Hey, Tony, let me give y'all a little backdrop on what this is. I'm glad you're here, Tony. I hope you can stay. Got a point and a reason why. But give y'all a little bit of backdrop TikTok of what this is. So, again, the page Real Life Relationship Growth. It is for any adult over the age of 21, any adult over the age of 21 who is single, dating, courting, married, or divorced. This is the place for you. If you fall under any of those categories, this is the place for you. Why? Because all of those areas are covered. You are covered somewhere in there in those areas. Somewhere in there is you. All right. So I always like to start out by saying this, and my Facebook and YouTube already know. I am not a relationship expert. I don't claim to be. I don't proclaim to be. All I am is a Black woman who turned 50 in March. I'm 50. I'm a Black woman in this world, in this life, living it, doing the damn thing, and enjoying the hell out of it. That is who I am. I am not a relationship expert. I just have had some experiences in my life that could be helpful to you. And all I always say to the family, hey, Kevin, I always say to the family, you may have some experiences and things and input and whatever that may be helpful to me. That is what we're here for. Real life relationship growth page is here for just that purpose. We are not here to bash men or to bash women. We are not here to we have a good time. If you go to the page on Facebook, you'll see all week there are different things being posted to the page. There are different things. Hey, Kevin, there are different things being posted to the page. And the different things could be serious matters. They could be shared from other groups. I share a lot of videos and things from TikTok. Not only do I share, but the family shares as well. People inbox me, they text me, and they send me information that's like, yo, let's do this topic. Yo, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Plug, big up for the brothers. The brothers, the brothers are, I'm sorry. Okay. The brothers are really moving in this page. Real life relationship growth is being pushed. Now the ladies comment a lot more on the open side of it, but the brothers inbox me a lot more with, hey, what about this topic? Hey, we should do this topic. Hey, I'm dealing with this and I'm dealing with that. TikTok, hey, everybody coming on TikTok. I'm not catching every name, but thank you for joining. When you come on, I appreciate it. I don't want to neglect speaking to anyone. So, hey, TikTok, when you come on. So, like I said, the brothers are doing it. Been 3 times in it, y'all. I'm getting ready to do a 4th camping trip because I'm just a Renaissance woman. I love all of it. I love doing, different things. So, bought a 5th wheel camper. And my thought was, yo, I should sit in the camper and have discussions and conversations and have my peoples join in and tell me what they think and all of that, and we can have a good time together. And in this process of having a good time together, we are growing together, because real life relationship growth is about promoting and helping positive, growing relationships. We all come from different walks of life. We come from different situations, different circumstances, different experiences. But that does not mean that term, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Because what I've dealt with, you may not have. And you may come up on that situation, and something that I may say may help you, and vice versa. That's the whole purpose and point of this page. So if you can possibly, please do me a favor. Do me a favor. Facebook, TikTok, go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. So anytime I go live, and y'all got to help me, because I promise y'all, I be so nervous doing this. Like, I be so nervous doing this. So when y'all come on and y'all give y'all input and all of that, Elena, hey, Elena, when y'all come on and y'all give y'all input or whatever, it just helps in the discussions. Also, I'm trying to build a YouTube channel so we can start doing live podcasts, because I do all the talking all this time, and then I read statements that you guys are putting up, and that you may not be able to see if you're on different forums. I'm sorry. But I would love to take this straight to YouTube. Real life relationship growth. It's me, my hair is out. I have on an orange shirt. So when you see that, yo, that's it. And the plus in that for those just joining, all the videos from the last year of doing this, not quite a year, we haven't had an anniversary yet, but all the videos are posted to YouTube. They're also posted to Facebook, but it's easier to view them on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and be like, oh, okay, I see where this started. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Yo, when I say, yo, this is adult subject matter, let me say that. This is adult subject matter. There will be no profanity. Like, you may hear a thing or two, but there will be no profanity coming directly from me. So although it's adult subject matter and we don't need children a part of these conversations, so please, if your child is with you, let them go play the game or do something else, because we get into some stuff and some of it is not for preschool ears. All right. because some of our topics, we talked about the rows that where Kevin at. When I reference certain people because certain people stand out and say certain things. But we had a conversation about the rose, the female vibrator toy. We had a discussion about that. We talk about where family members belong in your relationship. We talk about man, y'all, there's so many topics. There are literally 52 videos posted now to the YouTube channel. And you can go, like I said, and you can watch and you can enjoy and you can still comment. But please subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, y'all. Because as y'all can see, I'm multitasking. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. And I'm trying not to do all of that. And if there's anybody that can kind of help me, because I'm not really a techie person, but if there's anybody that can help me kind of bring things together, I am all ears. I am all ears. Please feel free to inbox me. Um, please feel free to inbox me and say, hey, I got this. Or if you just have topics that you want to hit on, please feel free to inbox me and let me know those. All right. So when I say I'm not a techie person, I'm literally going to play a video, y'all, and I'm holding it right here. I'm going to hold my Android right here for y'all to see the video I'm talking about. And I would love, love, love to get to a different level with that. But right now, and y'all, please excuse the background. I'm literally moving into my new house next week. God favors me, yo. But so things are a little disarrayed. That picture is usually up on the wall. It's down now. So please excuse the backdrop. The reason I'm not in the camper is because I don't have power to the camper. Unless I'm out camping and I'm connected to shore power, I don't have a generator. So we do these in my living room until we get that change going. All right, so we are going to get started. Sorry. One more thing, guys. One more thing. Real life relationship growth is planning a singles mixer in Atlanta. We are going to have a singles mixer weekend in Atlanta. When I say, the thought process and things, picture of Venice, Italy. Yes, it is, Tony. um, um, the singles weekend mixer in Atlanta. This is a new brainchild process. Somebody brought it to my attention. Like, do you think we should do? It was for something else. And I'm like, real life relationship growth. Sorry to the married people, but this is definitely going to be a singles weekend. Now, I'm not saying, let me tell y'all where y'all could come in at, married folks, on that weekend, because we're not only going to have a live forum, real life relationship growth camper conversation. We're having a live discussion where we all gonna come together. I'm looking for a venue to narrow this down so we can have a place to meet, and we're gonna all be on the mic. We are going to have a live. I'm so excited about even thinking about it. There's going to be a topic that's going to be determined. I even put a poll on the Facebook page to tell people to vote, to say, hey, would you come? What do you think? And the votes have gone. And of course, there's more yeses, and way more yeses than no's. So the plan is to have a singles mixer in Atlanta, Georgia. I have not determined the time yet. I want to give everybody enough time. I'm going to have hotel rooms blocked off so we can all stay at the same hotel. If you don't have people out here to stay with, I'm going to find a park. We're not trying to do it in the heart of the summer, in the heat of the summer. So just think maybe fall, because we have some games and we have some activities that we're going to do and have some fun. Put some meat on the grill or some veggie links or some tofu, whatever it is that you do. And we're going to have a good time that weekend. So y'all look out for it. How you get information? You have to go and follow the Real Life Relationship Growth page on Facebook. That's where that information is going to come to. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, y'all. It is 7:17. Y'all, excuse me. I was about 5 minutes behind trying to connect all these little devices and stuff. But we're going to kick off. We're going to get started. We're going to get started. So, this video that I posted, and we don't always do videos. Sometimes, again, they're just verbal topics. Somebody will say, hey, can you do this topic? What you think about this? But there's sometimes that I'll see a video, I'll see something, and it will resonate either a personal situational experience, or I'll be like, wow, wow. Um, I'm sorry. I'll be like, wow, this is a good topic outside of the ones people do send me. And please understand, everything that goes on the page is not my brainchild. It's not my situation. It's not my brainchild. But I have no problem in posting, um, trying to gear it up and rev it up or whatever for somebody else that asked me to post it or may want to. And you can post anonymously to the Facebook page. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. So the topic for tonight, tired. I tried to put all the E's in there and the D's to drag it out, but that is the topic. The topic is tired. All right, this is the disclaimer tonight, because real life relationship growth does not discriminate. Male, female does not do that. There are going to be topics that will resonate with the men. There are going to be topics that resonate with the women. There are going to be topics that you like, oh, they this and they that. Bump your feelings. When I say that, I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I'm saying that because of this. This is the disclaimer tonight. Men, fellas, men, if you are not here, communication begins with listening, not talking. Communication begins with listening, not talking, because we can't control anybody but us. Communication starts with listening, begins with listening, not talking. What that means is when someone is telling you how they feel about something, how something moves them, bothers them, makes them sad, makes them happy, whatever, it is your job, it is my job to listen. It is my job to listen, because communication starts with hearing. So, this is the disclaimer. Men, and I told my friend Tony, I'm glad he's on, because and I'm sure Tony doesn't mind, but I'm going to say this. Tony made a point to me, and he continues to make a point. Tony is a good friend of mine's husband, which means I was at their wedding years ago, and they hold a little special spot in the heart. My girl Paula is his wife. Me and Paula were friends well before I met Tony, but Tony is a great guy. Tony makes a comment on the page quite regularly. And the comment that he makes is that a real man, when we talk about real men, because people are always saying, I hate when women talk about real men. Tony makes a distinction between a real man and a counterfeit. Those are the words that he uses, a counterfeit. So when I say this, I'm not talking about the counterfeit that walks around with a penis. I'm talking about a real man. Here's the disclaimer. This video, this camp of conversation tonight is female dominated. The topic is female dominated. It is a woman giving her feelings, her emotions, expressing what she's been through or whatever out. I am not quite sure. I know who shared the video. The gentleman actually he actually duetted the video. He said on the side, and y'all will see in a minute. So if this person sees this video, please excuse me. I don't think we need permissions because they're public videos. And I shared it on the page. But brothers, sirs, gentlemen, if you are easily offended, if you always want to holler, what about the men? What about the men? Then you can please log off now. I need you to come back next week, though. The topic is going to be a little different. But tonight is for the ladies. Please be clear. Tonight is for the ladies. Steve Harvey is the funniest guy alive. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure how that's relating, but I don't know if something was heard or whatever, but if I may have alluded to Steve Harvey, but I'm not talking about Steve Harvey. Okay, but thank you for your comment. So I'm going to play the video. And please forgive my lack of technical skill, but I'm going to do it the way I know how to do it right now. And if somebody can help out, I would love that. Also, guys, if you are a professional, if you are a professional, if you are professional, yes, if you're a professional in the area of relationships, I'm here for you, girl. Thank you. DCAM. If you're a professional in the area of relationships, counseling, or anything, ding, 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 ding. The people that know when I say the word counseling, this is my side commercial. Counseling is the best gift you can give yourself. Period. I don't care what your mama say, your daddy say, your uncle, your brother, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids. Counseling is the best gift you can give yourself. Bam. Period. So, female dominated tonight. All right, here we go, brothers. Here we go, ladies.
I have literally come to the conclusion that I am so terrified of dating. I don't want to date. I don't want to get married. I don't want to do anything. Men are lying, cheating. You can't express yourself, or you're arguing. What's the point? What is the point? I'm at the point where I'm over it. Like, what? For what? I get to know you, you get to know me, just for you to do what? Cheat? Just for you to not text or call? Just for you to not pay attention? Just for you to not communicate? Why? And then not only that, it literally messes with your mental. When you're trying so hard to get better and to heal, and you fall in love, and you get hurt, and you want to do it again. You're tired. For what? For what? What is the point? And I feel like if I get into another relationship and it doesn't work out, what is the point? What's the point? I'm so tired and I'm so sick. Over it.
I hope you guys can hear that clear. Okay. I hope you guys could hear that clear, what she was saying. And I'm going to look and see who posted this video in case you guys want to go to. It's actually a gentleman that posted the video. And like I said, he duetted this young lady. So I'm not sure the exact source, but that was the video. So I am, you guys, pretty transparent because my belief is, yes, I have business that is personal. Yes, I do. And there's so much about my life that you all don't know. I'm one of those people, TikTok, I post a lot. My family, fun stuff, because I love family. I love my people. We do fun stuff. I have my nephew. He's been with me. He's 13. He's been with me pretty much all his life. So he and I, excuse me, the page actually originated, was set up by my ex and I as an announcement page for our wedding. This is where real life relationship growth, I renamed it real life relationship growth. It was called something different previously. It was, and that's kind of where it kind of started. And I've been, manning it for the last year. So anyway, when I saw this video, Like I said, transparency, I have not a problem. Y'all are gonna know what I want y'all to know or need y'all to know. And that's how it should go with anybody. But this video hit me so hard, and I could relate to what the young lady was saying. I could relate to what she was saying. And finding, as I posted the video, there's so many women who originally commented and was a part of this on TikTok, but there's so many that commented on the Facebook page their responses and their reactions to the video. Their responses and their reaction to the video. So it looks like, I believe we had one man comment on the post, but the video was viewed 444 times. It was shared 11 times. This is just on Facebook. And there were a total of 50, 49, 52 reactions and comments on the video. So I was like, yo, it reached 500 people. I was like, yo, we need to do this topic. We need to do this topic. And I'm not going to read all of the comments, but I want to read one comment. And again, my friend Tony, from Tony. Tony said, when I originally posted it, ladies, my heart goes out to you all. My loving advice is to study the original and be able to identify the counterfeit. That's, I told y'all, Tony's tagline for me. To identify the counterfeit. She wasn't hurt by men, she was deceived by counterfeits. Men don't lie or cheat. Men don't lie or cheat. Counterfeits do. Tony, did I tell you I loved you today, brother? Counterfeits do. If you are thinking of dating a guy, get him around other men and see how he behaves and acts. A counterfeiter's true colors will be displayed and other men will see it. Men. Remember, we talking about men. Counterfeits. Men. That's what we talking about. I'm not telling a man how to be a man. I'm reading this statement from a man. And the statement says, a real man does not lie or cheat. Counterfeits do. We all know the counterfeit looks just like the original. The counterfeit may show you and say some things that look like the original. Counterfeits. So let me read some of the ladies' comments, because these comments, one lady said, I think I'm just going to move in the woods and grow a garden. Another said, I feel everything she's saying. I feel the same way. It is what it is. Another young lady said, she is so right. Everything she said is on point. Sadly, all men are not the same, but once you go through it, it seems harder to try again. Another young lady, right there with you, sis. A brother said, I feel so bad for folks like this. I'm one. At the same time, it seems like social media get more attention than our regular communication effort and devotion. And he and I went kind of, we conversed back and forth on that. And my thought was, social media gets the attention, the focus, and the strength you give it. And he made some valid points, though. He made some valid points. Another brother said, men and women both are hurting. Women cheat and play games too. The value system in our culture is at zero. Nobody values anybody. That was from a brother. Young lady, this is so sad. I thought I was the only one that feels like this. Another young lady, I feel her pain. I give up. I tried. I'm not getting hurt no more. One more. Story of my life. It's not worth it anymore. So sad. I'm tired anyways. I'm tired anyways. Tired anyways. Those were the statements, some of the comments that were made when I first posted it. I felt that video when you played it earlier. Tony said, as a man, I do feel you ladies. The counterfeiters ain't making it easy. But Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. So, y'all, let's dig into this video. Again, this is for the ladies. Brothers, this is not manpower tonight. This is for the ladies. This is coming from the perspective of the ladies. Not just our perspective, not just what we think, but what we deal with. And I get the gentleman commented and said men hurt too. Men hurt as well. I get that y'all hurt as well. But let's dig into this one. She said she don't want to date. She don't even want to be married. She don't want to do any of it. Like she's tired. She's tired. She's tired of men lying. She's tired of men cheating. She's tired. So many times, we have to realize and remember, people come from a place of where they are. People come from a place and a position of where they are. So if you think a certain way, you're going to act a certain way. Most people's perception is their reality. You see a certain thing, you think is that way, you come to your conclusion, and that's how you act and that's how you do, and you go with it, right? That's how it is. Your perception is your reality. And sometimes that the way of thinking that we have can be so narrow. It can be so narrow. And when the thinking is so narrow, we don't look at everything. I am a glass half full kind of chick. I am looking for the silver lining. I'm looking for the best way to make it happen, the best way to make it work, the best in this or that. I'm not necessarily the person that says, I'm going to trust you until you give me reason not to. I hear that term and people use that how they need to. Excuse me. I'm that person that says, I have to see that trust and growth has to build. I'm not going to give you anything free. I need you to receive it, just like you shouldn't take anything from me. I need you to receive it and see how this grows and how this works. But this young lady says she's tired because of the men lying and the men cheating. Now, I get counterfeits. Thank you, Tony. I get every man does not lie or cheat. Because honestly, every person has the tendency to be dishonest. We all lie at some point. We get pulled over by the car. Oh, I'm trying to get home. Because something happened. We try to get out of things. But we're talking about when you give your time and attention and you allow yourself to be vulnerable and expose yourself to a man that you feel has your best interest at heart. He compliments you. He calls you, he texts you, however y'all communication, if that works for you. I hate texting. We can text the first few. After that, if you're not calling my phone, you might as well stop. That's just me. I'm grown. Texting is for, hey, can you pick something up from the store? Or, hey, I'm going to be a little late, running behind, da-da-da-da-da-da. But not how I feel, what I think of you, da-da-da. No. For me, does not work. To each his own. For me, it does not work. But, hey, Mike. Hey, big brother. So, the men cheating and lying, right? The men cheating and lying. This is my first question to the men. Why? To the ones who feel they have to lie. Why? Counseling equals healing. Plug alert. Facebook is saying plug alert. Counseling equals healing. Yes, sir, Kevin, it does. Counseling equals healing. So I'm trying to understand, and I'm sure there are millions of women who are trying to understand why lie. This is my take on that. Grown people don't have to lie. Grown people don't have to lie. You grown people don't have to lie. If a man wants to say, I'm a man, and da da da, puff up his chest and all this and that, why are you lying? If you pay your own bills, if you go to work, if you handling your business, if you have your own household, don't have to mean a house, apartment, whatever, whatever, have your own car, whatever, and you may not have these attributes, you may not have these assets, these are certain assets. You may not have these. But the thing about it is, you 21, 22, 30, 40, 50, 60, blah, blah. Why are you lying, sir? Why are you lying? And I hear a lot of men say, I've heard men say, counterfeits, I've heard them say, well, women can't handle the truth. Really? Really? Why do y'all feel women can't handle the truth? And I get the reaction that you may get when you're truthful with a woman. She may respond in a certain way. Because please believe, women can be counterfeits as well. Come on, ladies, you know I wasn't going to leave it out. Women can be counterfeits as well. So when you tell the woman a truth, when you tell a woman your truth, men, when you're honest and truthful with her, you tell her the truth, and she flips out and she does this and she counterfeit. I'm gonna get it, Tony. I'm gonna hit it. Counterfeit. Women can be counterfeits as well. But the woman said men are lying, they're cheating. And that is the question. Why? Why? So sometimes, y'all, we hit that little juggler and it feels like, but we ain't trying to cut nobody's throat. But these are some things I kind of came up with to why. And it wasn't just my brainchild. It was some things what reasons were given to me. Their daddy did it. They were raised by a woman. Huh? Hold on. Let me just plug on that. I do not feel like a woman can raise a man. We ain't got no balls. We can't tell him how they feel. Let me tell you a quick story. My nephew started playing football, and I had to take him to get a cup. Now I have a son. My son is 30, and he plays sports, but his father was there. My ex-husband, he was there. You know, he plays sports. So I took my nephew to get a cup, and I literally wanted to cry in that store. And I wanted to cry because I did not, that ain't, I'm not a man. Like, I can tell him what I think and imagine it would feel like to be kicked in the balls while he playing football or whatever, but I can't physically really tell him what that feels like. I done seen a man get kicked or a boy accidentally, and from what I heard, if you graze him, that's gonna put something through his gut and all through. But I can't do that. That's simplified. I cannot teach this boy how to be a husband. I can bring him from the female perspective of what a woman looks for and what a woman needs, but I can't teach him how to be no man. So that's what I mean when I say he was raised by a woman. He was raised by a woman. So when you're lying, fellas, like why? And again, if the woman can't accept your truth and where you are, then she possibly a counterfeit. She can't take it. And she may not be the one for you. We all live life through traumas and things that we dealt with. There are people that have never had traumatic things happen to them in their life. But that doesn't mean situations and things that have happened in their life aren't trauma forming for them. And it doesn't put them in a certain place, right? So if you are lying to a woman, you, sir, are not worthy of a relationship. You are not worthy of this woman giving you her time and attention and her affection, especially her body, because you can't take the time to be honest with her. And you build this thing and build this thing and build this thing, and She's in a position in a place where she's trusting you and she's looking to you because we look for security. We look to be safe. We look to, I don't care how independent. Let me tell y'all something. I've owned my own business successfully for 22 years. And this is not a bragging moment, but let me say this. Own my business, have a home, get ready to move into a new house, have 2 vehicles, have my peace of mind. Let's say what's important because counseling is what I did. But in all of that, I still need and desire and want a man in my life. I do. Because that's a balance. Everybody ain't there. Everybody don't want that. Everybody don't need that. Okay. But I'm just saying that's a balance. But when you deal with a man who lies and manipulates, it kind of puts you in a place, ain't no kind of, it puts you in a place where you don't want to deal with this young lady has gotten and she just don't want to deal with none of it. Like, I'm tired. Ladies, how many are tired? I'm tired because this brother feels like instead of being honest with me, he has to lie to do and get what he wants to get. Counterfeit. Counterfeit. Counterfeits because you allow. Tony said counterfeits because you allow us. Men are counterfeits because they are allowed to be counterfeits. Be counterfeit men or counterfeits because they're allowed to be. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. How many of y'all ladies have had a girlfriend, a sister, a niece, an aunt, a mother who you watched allow a man to treat her any kind of way just to have a man? Just to have a man. How many have seen that? Or let's be for real, how many have allowed that? Because it's allowed. Kevin said, if a man or woman is consistently lying to you, they don't respect you. Stop with the hope syndrome and deal with the no. The know that his or her actions show you. I'm a strong believer in, I'm gonna believe what you show me. I'm going to believe if what you show me. You can talk all day. I'm not big on words at all. I'm not big on words at all. And I'm gonna be honest, transparent with y'all, and be honest with y'all. My last relationship, my marriage, ended because it looked like a duck, it walked like a duck, it quacked like a duck. Wasn't no duck. Wasn't no duck. So this man checked off boxes, y'all. I had, everybody's looking for certain things. Checked off boxes, did those things that I said that I required and wanted and I looked for. Checked off boxes. And truth be told, he knew those things because we were friends for 7 years. So he knew those things because he heard them. So he's checking off those boxes. And in the thing, because I'm one that believes if you're not married, you're single. If you're not married, counterfeit. Yes, Tony. Paulette said, "You better say it. So true. They just full of beep." Checked off boxes, did some things, showed me things. Didn't just talk it. He was walking it, and he walked it until he couldn't. He couldn't anymore because when you're not real, when you got 2 bills and one is real and one is fake, eventually the ink gonna start fading on the counterfeit bill. And you can't be passed around but so long before you start seeing the difference. And that's what it was. So, did I build up a trust and a rapport and all of those things in him? I did. Because he was showing me the things. When I say walk like a duck, y'all, but wasn't a duck, there were some things that came out and started coming out little by little by little by little by little by little. Because, like the men in my family said, you can't but so long hold your lie, because you have to take one lie, cover with another lie, cover with another lie, and da. And that's how that thing happened. So, did it build even more on my level of trust and openness? Yeah, it did. But let me tell y'all ladies what helped. Let me tell y'all ladies what helped. Because he wasn't the first man who hurt me. He wasn't the first one who hurt me. Um, but let me tell you what did it for me. That counseling. I got into some counseling for me personally. Not for me to get over him or to get over anything, but for me to get over, not over, but for me to learn and get beyond why I miss certain things, and certain things got by me and got past me. Now, please, I understand a narcissist is a narcissist. A professional is a professional. If you go to Vegas and there's a dealer and somebody that knows what they're doing, and their job is to trick and fool people, then you're going to get dealt what you get dealt. But it's not something that you necessarily positioned yourself to have. You don't go to Vegas, you go to win. And sometimes you take some losses. But if you got somebody that's going to scam and cheat you and fool you, and that's their job, then I don't care how smart you are, some people going to get over on you. It's going to happen. But it's how you handle those situations. So I got into some counseling for me. I got into some counseling because I realized, Donna, Joe, there's something not working for you. Something not. I'm not 100%. I'm not exactly where I should be, but I'm a lot better and a lot further than where I am. I've always been a no nonsense type of woman. I've never really positioned myself to be excuse me, from a man or whatever, or to need, I've learned to be the master of my own fate. And in that process, when things happen, I knew enough. I loved myself enough through counseling. I love myself enough because of some childhood stuff that happened that had nothing to do with these brothers. I loved myself enough that I could exit stage left and still have my composure, still hold my head up, still handle my own bills. Ladies, get your own. Not because you're going to say, because I don't need you, because I got this and I got that. Not for that reason. For you. I get my hair done on a regular. I keep my nails done. I stay, I'm OCD, so everything going to match anyway. But I stay that way because I'm doing it for me. I love walking by, looking in the mirror, be like, ooh, girl. I work out. I started pole dancing to help tighten and tone. Yo, ladies, pole dancing. You ain't got to go to nobody's club and strip or whatever. You do that for your man if you want to. But, and dance rather, not strip, but dance. I did it because it was a new form of working out that helped tone and build some stuff. Do it for you. Do it for you. Let's see. I had another comment. Mike said most people lie because they can't be true to themselves, so they will never be true to you. Master manipulator. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, ladies, when these men are lying and cheating, because cheating is a form of lying, when they're lying and they're cheating, please know they don't feel any better about themselves than they do about you. They do not feel any better about themselves than they do about you. I gotta move. I gotta move. We running out of time, y'all. So, a big point she brought out. How many times have you tried to express yourself to the man who says he cares, that he wants to be with you, that he wants to be around you, even if y'all getting to that point where y'all feeling each other out? And every time you express yourself, I don't want to argue. I don't want to talk about it because you always want to argue. You always got something to say. It's always an argument. I have a question. I have a question. And there's some people that might be, but this is my question. Who wants to argue? If you like arguing, raise your hand. I'm not talking about attorneys, because that's your job. You're going to go in the courtroom and you're going to argue a point because you're trying to get a win. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on a personal level when you take off your tie and your jacket and you take off your business female your business suit or whatever and you take your heels off. Who wants to argue? Who wakes up and says, I'm gonna argue today? Where he at? Where she at? Because I want to argue today. Who says that? Nobody. Technically. There are people that live off that stuff. But let's talk about the people who are focusing on being productive. When you tell a woman, men, when you tell, oh, Tony, I'm going to hit that in a second. Yes, that's a good comment. Tony said, I learned to argue, so I like to mix it up. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from that in a sec, Tony. So, men, when we express ourselves, if you don't understand from the beginning that we're made up differently, men and women are made different. God created us different. Y'all have testosterone, we have estrogen. There are different things that run through our bodies. We physically are different outside of a heart and the blood that pumps through our veins, and 2 hands, 2 feet, a head, ears. Outside of those things, we are made up in different ways. Our emotions are made up in different ways. When a woman is telling you and she's trying to express to you how she's feeling, if you really care, if you're really concerned, if you are not a counterfeit, you're not going to tell her she's arguing. You're not going to tell her all she wants to do is argue. You're going to listen because good communication begins with listening. We hate to be told that all we want to do is argue. All we doing is arguing. Because, sirs, me personally, I don't want to argue with you. I want to lay up under you. I want to do some things. I want to be. Listen, I'm not trying to argue with you. But if I'm feeling something, if I'm thinking something, please know there's so many things going on in my head and my mind, and I'm not asking you to solve my issues and my problems. I just want my man to listen to me and show some care and concern that what I'm saying means something to him, although he may not understand it and he really may not care, but because I'm voicing it. And when you do that, when you allow a woman to express herself, what y'all feel like is going to be drawn out and drug out, it's going to come here. It's going to come here. Please trust and believe me. We're talking about not counterfeits. It's going to come here. Not arguing. We just want to express. We just want to talk. We just want to let you know what our needs are. And what we look for in the beginning, we want to feel safe, secure, taken care of. We want to know that you got us. We want to know that if we just let it all go, I'm good because my man got me. I don't have to worry about it. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we need. Not to argue with you. Not to argue with you. Texting, calling, communication. If you are texting or calling a woman, if you're texting and calling a woman, and you decide that's not for me, the honest thing to do, because grown people don't lie, remember? Grown people don't have to lie. The honest thing to do is to tell her. My son is 30, and I tell him, I used to tell him all the time through the dating process, be honest, be consistent, and look, receive what you deserve. If someone is not for you, then move on like a gentleman. She might be hurt, she might be frustrated, or whatever. But as long as you do the proper thing, as long as you exit stage left the proper manner in the proper way, that's not on you. I'm not saying leave people in pieces. So if you want to direct her to, hey, you know, counseling or da da da, then you do what you need to do that. But be open, be honest, just be truthful and move on. To stop texting or calling a woman that you've been communicating with is cowardly. It's cowardly. Point blank, period. If you can't have a conversation with this woman and tell her that, you know, I appreciate it, I enjoyed the time, but for whatever the reason is, you know, I'd rather not call or talk or blah 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 blah. There are ways to communicate with people and do it where you can leave a situation without all the negative residue. Just be honest. To just stop, that is such a cowardly move. And you may say, you know what? I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to tell her nothing. You're right. To be honest, you don't have to. But when we consider people, when we consider that we have daughters and mothers and sisters and aunts and things like that, we want to think about how we would want someone to treat them or even ourselves. We have lost. Tony made a statement earlier. I believe it was Tony that said that there's ground zero. We're like at ground zero for having any moral fortitude and feeling like that to be honest with somebody and to not just walk off and cut them off, like that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. So don't we understand? I don't care how you say it. If you the universe, God, you reap what you sow, do we know that what we put out is what we're going to receive? What you put out is what you are going to receive. Hey there, Dr. Salim, I believe. Y'all, I can't really see it. SELM. Hello. What we put out is what we're going to receive. So if you feel like, oh, you know what? I don't even want to talk to her no more. I'm just not going to call her. I'm not going to text her. I'm not going to respond. I'm just going to ignore her or whatever. It may not come back on you immediately, but life has a way of living, and life has a way of giving to you what you gave. And that's not necessarily saying it's a punishment or whatever, but think about what you give out. Think about what you give out. Yo, another big one, I'm going to hit on this one and we got to go because it's 8 o'clock. The mental. The mental. The mental. The mental effects that you men have on a woman is serious. Is serious. The mental effect that how men treat women is serious. To mess with someone's psyche, to mess with someone's emotions that tap into their mental, because women, we're emotional beings. If you can't understand that as a man, leave women alone. My suggestion and my thought. If you can't understand that, leave people alone. Like this woman on this video is just so distraught and so outdone. And it's at the hands of men feeling like they can come and go as they please, they can do what they want, and they can move on to the next one. And they're okay. And nothing's wrong with them. And please believe, hurt people hurt people. So while this brother is going on and moving along, ladies, and you think that he's living his best life, he is hurting. I always say he got mommy issues. A lot of the times we hear all the time, oh, she got daddy issues. She's like, because she got daddy issues. Please believe these men have mommy issues because mommy did not give them the time and the attention. She did not give them the nurturing attention that they needed. So what do they do? I feel like, my opinion, I feel like a lot of men mistreat women because they dislike their mothers. And you just getting the residue of what what his mental, because it ain't just a female mental, you getting the residue of what his mental is dealing with. So he gonna spew it out on you. But like mentioned earlier, people will do what you allow them to do. Please, 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 let's never ever feel, ladies, that we need a man so bad and so much that we allow them to do whatever they want, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of those things, all the breakdowns that can come. Because if you think about it, if you feel like you're going to be sad and upset and hurt and lonely and all these things without him, try continuing with him. Try continuing with him if you're feeling this way. Mike said, I don't know nothing about this woman, but how do we know if she's not attracted to the same type of toxic men and it's her repeating the cycle? I'll change this one. Not. That is a good, valid point, Mike. But at the beginning of this, I was saying, that's a good point. We don't know. We don't know that this is her cycle. This is a topic of discussion, and there are different ways that we can look at this. And I can respect you looking at it possibly that way. But this is the thing when I go back and I say, you have to love you first and foremost. If that's the case, if this woman has a continual cycle of attracting toxic men without even recognizing it sometimes. Because I am so, when I say y'all, grounded in so many areas and so many things, but for some reason, some type of way, and I know now, I understand now why, because I got that through counseling. I learned that. I understand now why I allowed the two that came into my life who were totally toxic to come into my life. I understand that now. But until you get that courage, until you get motivated enough to say, I am enough, and this keeps happening, and I don't understand why. Why? You got to ask yourself, do you feel like you're enough? And if you can answer the question, you can say, I don't know. Please, please, please get some counseling. Get some counseling. Learn why you're enough. You may have been molested. You may have been assaulted in certain ways. These may be childhood traumas and issues that you've dealt with, that they keep you feeling like I need this and I need that, and allowing these type of people to come into your life. Please, please, please. We waste money on so much. Shoes and clothes and eating out. So the I can't afford counseling thing, please y'all miss me with that. I had no health insurance. None. Being self-employed has its ups and it has its downs. Look, health insurance for me was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I found a counselor who worked with me. I had no insurance. I found one because I said to God, you got to help me fix this. And whatever avenues you give me to fix this, to fix me, I need that. And he blessed me to meet a woman who allowed me to make payments to her and did not stop my sessions even when I couldn't make payments to her. Now, I still had to pay it because she still had to work. But we find ways, in other words, what I'm saying is we find ways to get what we need. And to get some counseling and to build who you are will stop the counterfeiters from even looking your way. From even looking your way. And then you can know how to deal with them because residue does seep through. But when it does, That's life. Everything does not go perfect all the time. I always say it's not how you go through something, it's how you come out of it. That means relationships, loss of job, um, anything. It's not how you go through it, it's how you come out of it and what you do with what you have. Take the little that you have and make it massive for you, to help you. I get the tired. I get the frustrated. I get the tired of the lies. I get he stopped texting. I get he stopped calling. I get is messing with your psyche. I get every time you want to talk and express yourself and feel a certain way, it's being said that you're too bossy and you just want everything your way and you just want to argue. I get it. I get it. Some things you have to learn to be able to do this with. And unless you get to a place and a point where you love yourself so extremely much, when the brothers come along and they act the fool, and they do, and they will, I ain't gonna lie, I'm dealing with two right now. I'm not dealing with two right now. Let me be clear on my terminologies. I was talking to two, and they clearly knew that. I'm one of those people. I believe when you single, you single. And until you have that come to Jesus, what I call come to Jesus meeting, you can date who you choose to date. And so can he, or so can she. If you're a man, so can she. If you're a woman, so can he. Until y'all have that meeting to say, hey, I want to be with you, be with me. So, one of them stop texting, stop calling. You know what I said? Thank you, Jesus. I'm not getting all upset and turned inside out. That just means that wasn't my brother. That he ain't your man. Yo, we did a live. We did a camper conversation on the topic. He ain't your man. Y'all go back and watch it. Go to the YouTube channel. He ain't your man. So I'm not getting myself all turned and upside down and mad and angry and calling him. And now let's be real. I am human. I desire and want that affection, that time, and that attention, and that relationship. I do. But not at the cost of my sanity, not at the cost of my mental health, not at the cost that I'm going to be told that I'm argumentative and I'm this and I'm that, because he can't have his way. I have to take accountability for me, of course. I have to take accountability for myself and the things that I do, of course, as well. But you know, you understand and you get know when somebody's trying to manipulate you to do what they want to do. All right, y'all. So it is 8:10. I started at about 8:10. I'm 7:10. We gonna end this. It's at 8:10. We on an hour. Well, actually, YouTube is telling me it's been an hour and 8 minutes. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. TikTok. I love the first time live experience. I appreciate y'all joining me. Go to the YouTube channel, please. Real Life Relationship Growth. Subscribe. Peace and love, Mike. Subscribe, please. Hit the bell icon and let's build that family there so we can be there for one another. We're not here to bash. We're not here to break down. We're here to build up and support. I love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Please go love on somebody. Be supportive. Be helpful to somebody. Help them to feel special. If nobody makes you feel special, you better check your ID. You better check who you are, because you are special beyond belief. Something, somebody, someone, and I believe in the Almighty God of heaven. I'm not putting that on anybody. That's my belief. I believe that I was created by a God who makes no mistakes. And if he makes no mistakes, for me, he ain't gonna let me stay down and stay it. Man, bye. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a great night. I do not know how to end TikTok. I'm gonna have to figure this out. How do I end TikTok live? Anybody help me out? Does anybody know how to end the TikTok live? Because I don't know how to end the TikTok live. Let me give me a second. Let me see. Elena, thank you for being here, babe. Thank you for being here, babe. I am hitting this love thing and swipe to close. All right. Love you guys. TikTok. It says swipe to close. And I'm not swipe to swipe left. This is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna figure it out. I might have to call the teenager to come help me. Cause I don't know how to close the live on TikTok. All right, Facebook. All right, YouTube. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Thank you guys.